So basically what we're doing today is starting to talk about the Indian Wars. In the Indian Wars is basically the time period of the 1800s, beginning from, like part of the 1800s um, to like 1860s, 1880s, yeah, 1880s. So it's basically during the 1800s that this, sorry, my mind's all blank everywhere. Yeah, it's during the 1800s that the Indian Wars happen. And so what we're going to do for the Indian Wars is I'm going to show you a picture. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm going to put this on today's on the Zoom class video. But this is the map that I shared with everybody. These are the wars and battles that we're kind of focusing on for the Indian Wars. This is, I mean, it's not every war and battle that happened in the Indian Wars, but some of the major ones, especially some of the ones that you have probably already heard of before. So that would be, there we go. For some reason, my Zoom is being weird. So that would be some of the ones that you've probably heard of before: Battle of Little Bighorn, Wounded Knee. Some people have heard of the Seminole Wars or Sand Creek Massacre. And you probably remember hearing, when we watched After the Mayflower, you might remember hearing about the Pequot War and King Philip's War, which is over here on the East Coast. So these are some of the more famous and more well-known ones of the Indian Wars, but there's a lot more. I'm going to show you an updated map next week that will have a lot more to it. I just didn't want to add it until after I had gotten all these, showed you guys these ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a project where you're going to be creating a battle recreation of an Indian war or Indian battle that happened in the 1800s during the Indian Wars. So you're going to be, you're going to choose one of them, and I have a list I'm going to show you real quick in a minute what those options are. And what you're going to be doing at the end is, and this is going to be, it's probably a little bit hard for you, Kylinda. We'll probably have to think something else. But let me tell you what the class is doing, and then I'll talk to you about it. But for anybody who's watching this late, and what my class is doing is we're going to be using Legos, and we're going to build the battle scene or the war map, and we're going to have all the information that you find when we're doing research. You're going to put that on into the Legos, and you're basically going to be recreating the battle scene or the war that's happening. So you're going to be recreating that, and essentially you'll have like the layout of the Legos, and you'll have your little Lego guys, and you'll like having them fight and whatever. You'll just replay it. And while you're doing that, you're going to be talking about what is going on in this battle or war. This stuff is on the research project, what I'll show you in a second. So yeah, that is going to be the end result. So the things that you need to find out, let me go to the assignment so I can share it. This is the Indian Wars research assignment here. So, and this is what I'm going to put your grade in after you have the recreation, because it's 10 points for the research and having the research done, and 10 points for having the recreation and playing it out and telling me about it. And either you create the video at home, or you can come to the school, and all my kids in class, they'll be doing it within class and teaching the class about their battle or their war. Or if they're absent that day, then they'll just have to come after school sometime. So Kylinda, you'll have a choice between just doing a video and sending it to me, emailing it to me, and that's how you turn it in. And no one else will see it besides me. Or you can come to the school before or after school, and we can do that then. So that's up to you. So basically the things that you need to find out is this number 2 section. So you need to find out what groups were involved, like who was involved. Was it, was it U.S. cavalry, and who? Basically, it's usually most of the battles is U.S. cavalry versus one of the Indian tribes. So who was involved, the cause of the Battle of the War, what caused it to happen, got to know that information, where it was fought, what happened, details of the battle, which is, what happened. And then I have E provided for you, a map or layout of the battle or the war where it was at. And you want to have the battle scene mirror the scenery and the physical landscape of where the battle or the war is at. So if there's a river or there's homes over here or there's battalions, like you're going to be building that into your scene. Okay. And the effects of the battle. So basically, what were the results? What was the aftermath of the battle? What happened after? Okay. So, and I guess I just really thought of this. This would be a fun alternative if you don't want to do Legos, or if you don't have Legos, especially for those who are absent and aren't going to be doing it in class. You could even create a world in Minecraft, because that is very, easy to do. Just build it in Minecraft. You build the scenery and what happens there, and then you can record, yourself going through it, and take a little video of your person going through the Minecraft world, and that's an option. But let's talk now, Kylinda, about if how you want to do this. You can do, I have Legos I have kids use in class. So you can have the option of coming to school and using Legos like after school, and then doing it here before after school. You can have the option of doing it at home if you have Legos at home. You can have the option of doing it at home if you want to use you can just get paper, draw a little person, and then fold the bottom, and then you can glue it to cardboard or something to have like a 3D layout. You could draw the battle scene on a paper, and then you could have the people move or whatever. You can make it out of paper, or objects. If you have little figures, I have some little figures too. I have a bunch of army guys that I let kids use too. So you can use that as well. And then if you don't have any of those options, let me know. So Kylinda, do you have available either Legos or little handheld little figurines, or do you think you'd be good with just drawing the layout of the battle, and then you can just draw little paper people and then just kind of move them? So you can do that too. What do you think you want to
do? I don't know. Maybe I'll do the paper ones.
Okay, that would probably be the easiest, especially if you don't have Legos, because then you don't have to come into the school. So basically what you'll do is you'll draw, just get a paper. It could even be a big, huge paper, whatever size you need, and draw the battle scene, the layout. Okay. And I have a map that you're basically going to be copying off of the map, and I'm going to share that with you. And then you can just create things, anything that needs to move when you're talking about what's going on in the battle and the aftermath, anything that needs to move, then create just little paper figures, and then just move it with your fingers. And so all you need to do is just kind of set up your camera, your phone, take a video of it, and just email it to me. You yourself don't have to be in the video. I just have to see the layout and where you're putting the things, and just hear you talking through. You're basically, during the video, you're going to be explaining all of these things. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your recreation, and that's stuff that you have to talk about. So now we have to pick, you need to pick one of these. So the ones that were already chosen is King Philip's War, Wounded Knee, Battle of Little Bighorn, Sand Creek Massacre, and Red Cloud's War. So you can choose any of the other ones. So go ahead and look over that list and let me know when you have one chosen that you want to do.
Is Battle of Fallen Timbers chosen?
Okay. All right. Write your name right here. And then, did you get a printed copy of this assignment paper?
No, but my auntie should be going over there this Thursday, so.
Okay, okay, so, that'd be perfect, because then you can start doing like your reading today, for the last little bit of class, and then you can be taking your notes, basically. So this is the time frame, is today in class, we were reading. I have a reading for you just to save time, so you have to do research. You're doing your reading, and then you're, like, I had kids highlight the answers when they're doing their reading about the war, or they were just taking notes on their paper, which is what is here on Cami on that assignment. And then Wednesday, they're going to finish up with any research that they still, and reading that they still need to do. I told kids that the reading that I gave them should have most of the answers, but it may or may not have all the answers. I did get a chance to read through like every word. I was kind of skimming because I was trying to put all of this together within one day. I didn't have a lot of time, so I was just trying to make it less consuming, because I usually have kids research all of this stuff. But I'm giving you guys something to go off of that will give you most of it. And if there's anything else that you need after that, then do some research, or you can ask me and I can help you find those answers. So yeah, so we're going to finish that up on Wednesday. Wednesday, they're going to be starting to build their Legos. And then Thursday next week, because we have switched, you guys, Wednesday and Thursday. And then juniors and seniors, if you're watching this, you guys have Monday and Tuesday. And then Thursday, the sophomores are going to be finishing up building their Legos, and then they're going to teach the class their battle or their war and what happened. They're going to basically play it out, tell everybody about what it is, and teach the class about what happened. So that's the timetable for 10th graders. So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you, Kylan. I'm going to email you the thing that I have on that battle, including the battle map, which is E. And then you just need to start doing your reading, start taking maybe you know, some notes if you want to, like, as you're reading of these different things that you got to do in number 2 and know about. And then next week on Wednesday, we'll finish that up. Okay.
Okay.
And then also, before I email that to you and have you get started, today is the due date for that Manifest Destiny poster. I think you were gone last week when I was talking about it. I can't remember.
I was here.
You were here? Okay. And then did they pick up a paper for you to do the drawing on, or the poster?
Mm.
Okay. And even if they didn't give one to you, you can just use a regular white, like, printer paper, you know? So, and that was due yesterday. So, but you can just turn in anytime this week. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's it. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. All right. So let me email this over to you, and and then you just start reading and get to know about the Battle of Fallen Timbers. So let me find it. I have all this on a Word document. I just need to copy and paste it into an email for you. So hang tight. Okay, so I want to make this clear because I have both sophomores, my sophomore class, and my junior senior class. And they have 2 different schedules because next week is ACT. So sophomores, you guys are going to finish your research on Wednesday next week. And you're going to start building your Lego scene. And then Thursday, you're going to finish building your Lego scene. And then you're going to teach the class about your Lego. You're going to do the reenactment of the battle. Okay. Juniors and seniors, you guys are going to be doing your research on Thursday. Today is your research. Today is the day to do your research. Okay. And then the next week on Monday, you guys are going to finish up your research and build your Lego scene. And then if you are ready at the end of class on Monday, then you're going to teach the class. If not, then you're going to teach the class first thing the next week on Wednesday, which is the 17th. Okay, which is the last week of the quarter. So again, juniors and seniors, sophomores, I think you're pretty set. Junior, seniors, today, Thursday, is what you're doing this today, is you're doing your research. And then next week on Monday, you're gonna finish your research if you need to, your reading, build your Lego scene. And then if you're ready at the end of class, then you'll present it and teach the class. If not, then you have to present it first thing the week after on Wednesday. Okay, that is what you guys need to do. So if you have any questions, if you're confused, if you're like, I don't know when I'm supposed to have things done, let me know and I'll tell you specifically what you have to do and when you have things due by. So that's when it's due. And if you're absent one of those days, you know the due date. Okay, sophomores, your due date is next week on Thursday. Okay, juniors and seniors, your due date, the very latest, is Wednesday, the 17th at the beginning of class. Okay, that's the due date. And the end of the quarter is the day after. So you don't, not much time to go after that to turn it in. So make sure you get that done. FYI for you guys, again, that Manifest Destiny poster was due yesterday, but you can still turn it in today for full credit, nothing docked. I forgot to remind people yesterday. So, and then also, next Friday, I will be here on Friday in the morning. So if you need help with me specifically, I'll be here on the 12th in the morning on Friday. Okay, see you guys.